All right. Hey everyone. Hey Chris. How you doing? I just got to get my comments set up. There we go. So this is just a random thing I thought I'd do. Thought, I'm going to be working on this anyway, so why not stream it? This is where I'm at so far. Maybe I should turn the building or the. It's not too bad. So I've got the windowsills in on one side, just glued in last night. So this is the brighter kind of side. There's a lot of random white blotching. That one's really bright too. I may dull everything down just because this side's a lot more kind of grimy. So after I finish putting in the windowsills, before I put in the glass, I have to make a decision what I'm gonna do. Here we go. So I spray painted all like the window sill and the windows and the doors with black. I guess it's satin. It's not really matte, and the only problem is I did the edges as well, so gluing them's a little difficult. But the backs are not done, so the glass will hopefully go right in. I should have my little board here actually. Where is that? There it is. Haha, just in case. I lost my little workspace with this kit. I guess I could move it, but what do you do? I need to prepare my desk. Hey, happy Saturday to you, Chris. Hope you're having a good day. Probably. Are you working on the layout? Getting ready for work or what? Yeah, so Bubs was complaining that you were using a knife. So I thought I'd use my rail snip so he wouldn't complain. All right. Which side are we doing? I guess we're gonna do that side. So I need. Okay. So I can glue 2 on that side and the door, or the door on this side. I'll cut out the 3. Am I missing? I must have the other square on the other sheet. Okay, you know what? Let's just cut out everything and get the boring part over. And then go from there. Sounds like a plan. Hey, Mark. Oh, fun stuff. Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Of course, I don't expect everybody to stick around the whole time. But you would if you loved me. There. That's empty. Time to start the, actually, I'm going to cut it in half so I can fit it in my garbage bin. Hey, Colin. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Hopefully work's not too crazy. Hopefully you and Mark have it covered. All right, second sheet. Oh yeah, I guess I just decided I'd cut out everything because eventually I'd use it. There's a lot of cleaning up of these. Some of these I have to do. Like in this case, I don't know if you can see the spurs on the corners, so I'm gonna have to clean those up. I had to do a few currently. Get some train action here. Other than Thursday night, I really haven't worked on this since 2 weekends ago. Because I didn't do my live stream on Thursday because I was exhausted and kind of sore. And then over the weekend I didn't do anything. And yeah, hey John. Oh, Colin, where's the bacon? You're right. I actually do have bacon. I'll wait. I'll wait a little bit. I just had like bacon and egg sandwiches for lunch. Then I took a shower and decided to pop on, so I'm not super hungry. What's that, Chris? $24 million, 25 cents? Oh, oh, guess I should probably switch that back, huh? Only time my poor layout ever has problems is by my own doing. I'm sure we can all relate. So the island would kind of be like COVID then, huh? Nobody can come over on trains. I feel like there should be a faster way to do this, or maybe I'm just slow. I don't know. Well, it makes it even slower when I drop stuff on the floor. My phone keeps shutting off, so I don't see comments. I should change that. Six more. And last one. That looks like it's good. Cut that up so I can put it in the garbage. Good enough for me. All right. So as discussed so far, I've got one side with the windowsills in, stuff to put the glass behind it. But I'm going to try to do the windowsills and then the glass and then the roof. Actually, the roof might wait till last because I may put... I've got the overhangs. So now I don't have... Maybe I will take this out of the way. Just so I don't knock it. Then I have to fix it. Wow. Chris, get out. Mark, this is the Walthers Cornerstone REA, I guess for Rail Express Agency building. It's going to go down where I just rejigged the tracks in my lower industry. Oh my god, you guys are teaming up on me. Get out. So everything seems pretty good. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm gonna grab my hobby knife to just deburr. There's a couple kind of burrs. Gotcha. You guys are nerds. That's why we get along so well. All right. Yeah, just take some of that out, just so I don't have as many problems getting these installed. I don't like doing like one and then gluing it in and then doing one. I'd rather just cut them all and then glue them all. I guess everybody has their own way of doing it. Mine's kind of like, I don't know if you, I guess not so much an assembly line, just a kind of bulk, or I guess because in my mind I've got like in this case the knife out, so I might as well cut everything off, and then I can put the knife down and pick up the glue. Those look okay. That one has a little one. Not too worried about the small ones because I can just put pressure on them and crush them, but some of them, like this has two fairly big ones. Yeah, Rapido always looks good. Lots of nice detail. I'm still hoping and praying that the caboose that's supposed to release in December, that I've pre-ordered, goes around my curves. And if not, I can do one of two things. I can keep it really nice and in its box and only bring it over to Chris and Mark's and anywhere else I go to run trains. Or do I try to modify it so I can use it here? I'd probably try to modify it. Knowing me, well, I guess then you risk breaking it. All right, I think we're okay. Yeah, nothing else looks terrible. I'll leave this out just in case. This glue is starting to change color. It's got chunks of the kits in it. Still sticky. Oh yeah, okay. Before we glue, let's just place everything in, make sure things fit right. Everything feels good. There we go. Yes, I did. I spray painted them while they were still on the I don't know, the sheet. I don't know what else you call it. So they're like a satin black. They were like a gray, just an unpainted. Well, just like that. That's the original color, is just the gray. So I just went with black, and then that way I thought, it makes sense. They probably wouldn't repaint a building, but sometimes you repaint the sills or you get new windows put in, and I throw windows all over the floor, apparently. There we go. So, it's just like, looks good. It looks good against the red. I was going to do silver, but I don't really know how silver would look. The garage doors or whatever, I don't know what else you would call them, kind of the sliding doors for the gates, I paint in like a metallic, and whenever I get like pastels to do weathering, I want to put some rust on them because they look way too bright. I cut them off the sprue like a boss, and I have not sanded them in this case because, and sometimes I'll clean them up with a hobby knife or something. But you're not gonna see it because it's gonna be behind. So laziness for the win in this case, because nobody will know but me. and now all of you. So, you know, it's all good. Bacon flavored gelato. That does not sound good. Like I do like bacon, but honestly, bacon flavored anything is. I'm not a huge fan of like fake flavoring, right? Like it goes back to when you were a kid and you get like the grape or the banana flavored like medicine. Ugh. Ugh. Yikes! It is not, and that goes for almost everything. I can't stand any like fake flavoring. I prefer, if you're gonna, I don't know, because I just find it tastes different. Okay, so the strat I was doing last night, because I painted kind of the inside of the frame, because with with these, when I painted these, I was smart and I put tape here, so I can still glue to that, and it's unpainted. With these, there was no way I was gonna do all of them, so I figured I'd take a chance, and basically I just hold it down and kind of glue along the edge on one side, and then glue along the edge on another side, and that seems to be holding. None of these windows have fallen out yet, so I'm feeling like at least it worked. There's probably a better way, but hey, Tyler, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. We are just working on a Walthers Rail Express Agency building kit. So right now I'm just putting in the window sills, and then we're probably going to put in the glass and the garage doors next. And I haven't thought that far ahead after that, so we'll see. No promises. Let that dry for a second. At least we've got a train running around as well, so that as boring as I am, nobody has to just put up with my talking the whole time. Must already did that one. It's already glue on it. I do actually have bacon. I do have bacon. It's upstairs. I cooked it this morning. It's not good bacon. It was like, we've been on like a maple bacon kick, and my wife picked up some of that cheap bacon. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's just like, where does one piece begin and the other stop kind of deal. And so it's up there, but I actually made like bacon and egg sandwiches for lunch, and then took a quick shower and jumped on. So I'm not super hungry. Maybe in a little bit, though, I will bring out the bacon. Pete. Oh, okay. Thanks, Pete. Yeah, I'll be careful. Usually I just put like a small strip on the back, usually up and down or left and right. I try to keep it a little bit. Bacon Hawaiian pizza. Yeah, buddy. Colin, that was good. That was good pizza. I owe you. That was good stuff. That was really good. I was bragging to Danielle about it. And then I ordered a pizza of my own because I'm a chungus, and it wasn't as good. It wasn't even close. It was just Domino's. I do love pizza, though. I'm a what? I said I'm a chungus. It's Ooh, Pete, you're right. I've done it in the past. We do a lot of we call them pita pizzas. We take well, I guess like pita bread, and we make a pizza on that, using that as the crust, because my wife can't have a lot of carbs. So we often do that. And when she is not involved for dinner, usually my inhibitions leave and I end up ordering pizza. Or very, very rarely I'll go out and get something from a restaurant. But when it comes to just me, I love to cook, but I love to cook for people. When it comes to me, I'll just like a chunk is. Oh, okay. I mean, I really hope now that it's not some sort of slang. We call our cat, one of our cats, it just because he's big, and he's just this big solid cat. And it was on like one of the cats where, or it was on there was like a graph, or not a graph, but like a, oh, I don't know what to call it. And there was like, a fine boy, and then a chonk, and then a chungus, and then like all lowered he come in. I don't know. I just I guess. Yeah, chunky and humongous. Yeah, close enough. All right, these are all glued in okay. We're half done that side. Nice. I think I'm gonna have to invest in a better microphone setup, because I have my wireless headphones on like always, and the mic is like right in my face. It's like a rhinoceros. Thanks, Mark. Geez, Chris always told me that this glue actually melted the plastic, and I didn't see it too much on the other one, but with this, because I'm not sticking two things together, it really does melt. Literally, like, it melts the plastic to each other. It's probably good and bad. I mean, it's definitely good when it does it where I want it to, but I'm sure if I made a mistake, that might cause problems. I was lucky enough with my other kit, the first one that I did, that I really didn't make too many mistakes. Some things fell off because I didn't add enough glue, so um, but the painting went fairly good. I was pretty happy with it. This one I struggled. I think it's a little too sporadic with the whites and darks against the brick. I considered actually respray painting it from scratch, but I think I've come to a point where it's fine now. I may darken up the other sides. One side's darker, and I kind of thought, oh, I could maybe put it where the exhaust from the trains are, but all right. See you, Mark. Have a good day. Tell Laura I say hey. Laura, I said hey. Oh, I sound okay. Yeah. Oh no, for audio quality, this mic is fantastic. It's a gaming headset that I use. It's just a little bit. It's not uncomfortable. Like right now, I don't even have the earmuffs on. I just have the boon in front of my. It's pretty much right in front of my nose, and so when I'm looking down like this, it's kind of in front of my eyes. But it's not too bad. Ooh. I don't know how people do such big kits, and they do it so well. I mean, I know it's some people are just more artistic, and the more practice you get, but I'm not Like I'm struggling. Like even the simple stuff, I'm like, oh, I don't even know. Like gluing these windows in, I'm like, I hope I'm doing it right. Oh, there we go. Got my DS441,000s coming around. Ooh, this is hard. There we go. I think that should be it for the side windows. Now I can do the last two sides and like the door. Pete, tell me what it says. Unless it's super inappropriate, and then don't. All right. Things are feeling pretty good. Never mind. Spoke too soon. A window came out. It doesn't appear that there's any glue on this window whatsoever. Maybe I totally missed it. Because there's no like glue residue. Melted plastic, nothing. And this last one. What? This last one has no glue on it either. What is going on? Short-term memory loss here. Big time. Wait, who are you guys again? I'm just joking. No, that's not gonna reach. I'll have to. Yeah. Let that sit for a minute. How's everybody's Saturday going? Hopefully, well, I know at least one of you guys are at work, Colin. But hopefully everybody else, or including poor Colin, has a good day. Is having a good day. Let's see. I already made the roof, which could be a bad idea. It got those. I don't know. I plan to put lights on it, so I may block out the windows down the road. But honestly, that's going to be such a big project because by the time I do that, I think I'm going to do all of my kits at once instead of because I don't even know how to go about it. I'd like to get some detail to go inside the buildings and everything. I'm just not prepared, so that'll be a down the road thing. All right. Okay, that seems in. Okay, so that seems okay. Nothing fell off, so there's that side. That's upside down, but you get the idea. Not too bad. I don't know. I'm still not sure if I'm happy with the paint. I think we're our own worst critics, though, right? Too shiny? Yeah. Maybe. It definitely looks shinier in the video than it does. It's still shiny. You're right. If I do that, I do have a dull coat. Maybe what I'll do is I'll finish putting in the windowsills. I'll put in the garage door things, and then I'll spray it before I put any glass in. It's not a bad idea. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan. That was the plan all along, right, Pete? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, that looked good. Okay. So now let's do the same thing. Just kind of pre-place these. Whoop. There we go. There we go. And there. Okay, well, everything seems to fit nicely. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, we can glue those down now. Yeah, you're right. The roof is well, with the roof, I was actually thinking like some people get it looks, I don't know what kind of material it is, but it actually looks like it's sandpaper that they've like put on with the grit on the outside and then they spray it. And I was like, oh, like I should have done that. And really, I guess it wouldn't be too late. I could spray paint it and then just cut it out. I don't know what material they actually use. Maybe it's not sandpaper, like painted sandpaper. Grip tape. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So can you get that in black or do you have to paint it? Because if that comes in black, well then that's great because I'm not planning on gluing the roof in just yet anyway. Well, it kind of depends. I'm hoping that this roof is easily removable like the other ones. Because if so, then what I can do is I can just leave the roof removable and add it whenever I want. If it's not removable easily, then I'll wait. I'll add all the I guess, grip tape. Oh, sick. Comes as black. Oh, nice. Sweet. Because I think that would look good on the roof, right? Because that's how we're like. Not that I've been on many roofs, but that's usually how like roofs look. They're not. They're not smooth and shiny. They're like asphalt. So. Okay, I should be holding these down more. They're okay. Okay. Yeah. So that's why it looks like black. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. So okay, I'll have to. Chris, where do you get the grip tape? Do you know? Is it just like Canadian Tire kind of deal? I'll send my wife to pick it up. Whoa. Skateboard store. Oh. Oh, okay. Gotcha. That kind of grip tape. Wow. Does that make me an honorary skateboarder? Just because I'm buying the tape? Are they gonna be like, "What kind of deck do you have, bro?" And I'm gonna be like, "I'm using it for trains." I had that at Home Hardware when I bought the pink foam for my last layout. I was like getting all that pink foam, and he's like, "You only need that many sheets." He's like, "What kind of room are you doing?" Hey, James, and I'm like, yeah, it's not a room. I'm building a train layout." And he's like, "Oh, well, how do you use the foam?" And I'm like, you cut it and make like landforms with it. Chris, hey, I don't even know where there's a skateboard shop, so you're coming with me. Well, even if it means we have to wait till COVID's over, I'll just leave the roof unglued. Yeah. For anybody just tuning in, I'm working on a Walthers Rail Express agency building. Right now, we are just finishing putting in some windowsills and the doors. Then we're gonna put in the garage doors. Then I might have. It looks like I might take that away and spray it with a dull coat. I may touch up the paint before I do that. And then I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. Still, we could always just run some trains. It's always fun. I've got one going around now, so. All right, let's see. Did I forget any of them this time? I don't think so. Oh yeah, that seems good. Seems good. 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 Okay. Cool. There we go. Very nice. Oh, that's a good idea, James. I've got like it comes with this little brush, but I was actually curious, like, what do you do when it gets low enough that the brush can't reach? So that's a good idea. Do you what do you use to clean the brush after you're done? Do you just like dip it in alcohol or acetone or something so it doesn't stay like the bristles don't stay stuck together? All right. There's no up and down to these. No. Just leave it. Oh, okay. I guess once you dip it back in the glue. Okay. Probably a lot easier to use than that little brush that it came with anyway. Oh god, did I put the door on correctly? Yeah, I did. Whew. For a second. Oh jeez. For a second there, I was worried I might have put the door on upside down. Actually, funny story about doors. So when we moved into the house, we have this main area for our basement, and it's finished. It's like the wood paneling you see. It's a little out of date. I don't really care because I'm a typical guy, and that kind of like it's four walls. Like cool, you know. I don't even care if there's paint or a design on them. Like they could be like gyprock, and I'd be like, sweet. Um, so when we moved in, we have like this finished area, and then there's like the laundry room and the room where my layout used to be, and they're not finished. But we decided to put the cat litter boxes in the laundry room, and so because then we can keep the door shut. So we need to. Hey, Bubs, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Okay. Good to know, James. Cool. So what I was like, oh, we're gonna need to put a cat door in there, right? So I buy the little cat door kit, and you drill. In theory, it's simple. It's ooh, that doesn't really. Oh yeah, it does. You drill a hole, you cut the hole using a jigsaw, and then you kind of sandwich the door between the cat door on the outside of the door so that there's like a flap and you can lock the flap and all that. So I'm like, great. I take the door off. I measured twice. I cut once. I did everything, or so I thought, in my power to, do it right. Because I was like, I wasn't very handy. It was when we first moved in. I didn't have really any power tools. I just bought the jigsaw specifically for that. I was like, I'm gonna knock this out of the park. So I do, I cut it out. Everything goes good. It's not too, the hole's not too big. It's not too small. It's like perfect. I like sandwich the cat door, and I'm like, yes, yeah. I'm like testing it with my hand. I'm like, yes, this worked out perfect. And then I go to put the door back on and realize I had put it at the top of the door, not the bottom. so, so like what size is which crossing? Sorry. Oh, this crossing sign? Is that what you mean, James? Because if so, my wife made it for me. It's not real. It's you know, it's not like an official one. It's just something my wife made. So, here I am. The cat door is at the top of the door. Oh, do you mean the diamond? I don't know what you mean by crossing. Behind building. What? It's just a siding? I don't know. This? James, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is a. Ooh. I think it's a. You know what? Let me check. Hold on. I actually still have the SCARM files. I think it's a 30%. Yeah, it's a 30 degrees. Sorry. Yeah, not 30%. 30 degrees. It's a Pico 30 degree. No, it's Atlas. It's Atlas. I'm wrong. It's Atlas. I was gonna go with Pico, but I went with Atlas. Yeah, so it's a 30 degree diamond from Atlas. I had gone with Pico on my last layout. I went with a diamond with them, but the frogs were smaller because Atlas makes everything kind of more accentuated so that things run better, right? Atlas is kind of all about like the full plastic frogs, and in this case, it's the same, and that way you don't get as much shorting with larger locomotives. Pico, on the other hand, is much smaller, so I had problems with a couple locomotives when I used the Pico one on my last layout, so I wanted to kind of go back and make sure that this would run without issues. So I went with Atlas. Oh, neat. That's cool, Bubs. Unfortunately, I am tied up tomorrow. Are you going to take a video of it, though? Because I'd like to see it. All right. Back to gluing windowsills in the building. Almost there. This is the last side. I don't know which one. I'm not good at like real locomotives. I'll never see them in real life anymore. Oh, that's cool, James. I like the little GP38-2s. Go. Whoop. There we go. I always liked the like small switchers back to back or front to front, which is why actually I'm running my two DS44 1000s together. I think that two small locomotives especially look so sweet, especially with the multi-mark, like the Pac-Man. Oh, it looks so good. All right, let's see if I can get in here. It's hard because the stairs come out, the little platform for the stairs, and I'm right-handed, so I'd like to apply the glue here. I wonder if I should break out a paintbrush. I think it might be way easier using a decent sized paintbrush than this little brush here. You know what? I'm almost done. Almost done. Let's just. Oh gosh. Stuck my finger. Classic. Classic, glue your finger to the item instead of glue the item to whatever you want. Gorilla Glue is real great for that when I was fixing stuff. You know, you're just like, I just need a dab, and then like lots come out and it's all over your fingers, and you're like, oh, it'll be fine. And then suddenly the bottle is glued to your finger, and you're like, Although that one person, that woman put it in her hair instead of hairspray, that would suck. Like, that would just be painful, I think. It'd be pulling at your hair all day, your scalp. It would not be a good time. Oh, this is difficult. Ugh. Yeah, 2 in 1. Ow. There we go. Should be alright. Let's give that a sec. Let it dry. Do a little push test. See if everything's good. Oh, that's good. I usually well, it depends how bad. If it's just stuck a little bit, I'll just pull it, and it's usually fine. But if I've had to soak my fingers in acetone to get that apart, because sometimes, like a year ago, I was using super glue to. The what's bad too is for my car, it's like a super glue that you put the windshield rear view mirror on, and that stuff's like sticky enough, and I got stuff all over my hands. And of course, instead of washing it off right away, I had to soak my hands in acetone to get rid of that. That was bad. Hey Don, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Doing good. How you doing? Oh, pee the whole bottle. Yeah. Yikes. That would be a bad time. Hey Maya. Oh God. Thanks for stopping by. That's embarrassing. I mean, not really. I'm not embarrassed. It's just I always, for a long time, I wasn't super out there with my hobbies, and so I always looked at like my hobby life and my like work and family life separate, and now it's all one, but I'm not used to that. All right. Well, I don't think any of the windows are falling out. I think we're okay. Yeah. Seems good. Seems good. Okay. Garage door time, I guess. So as I mentioned, I sprayed them with a metallic, and then when I get pastels, I want to rust them up a little bit, but I taped off this top groove so that I should be able to run some paint and then hold it down. Ooh. Pete, that doesn't sound like a good time, buddy. That doesn't sound like a good time at all. This one doesn't like, they don't fit. Oh, okay, there's a groove. I get it. There. Okay. So they all kind of fit in there. So, James, this is the Walthers Cornerstone REA building. Let me show you the box so that you can look at it and go, Dave, yours looks nothing like the box. And I go, I know. Oh, Pete, that really doesn't sound like a good time. So that's it. I didn't think the gray looked super cool, so I went with black windowsills and kind of a metallic garage doors. I noticed too that the overhang supports look gray. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna paint those like red or green, or I don't know, something. Or I did the other ones brown. Maybe I'll do these brown too. Yeah, that's what it's gonna look like somewhat when it's finished. Pete, that sucks. Okay, so the garage doors kind of slip right into that groove. I just have to make sure they're all the way up because they slide down really easy. So I wonder if I should like tack it with some glue on this side and then turn it around and tack it on that side. Because I can hold it up and against the groove up here like this. So I think that's the strat. Doesn't have to hold it really, it just needs to give it enough resistance that it doesn't move so that when I spin it around and tack it from the other side, it's good too. Put a dab in between them too, just to, there. We'll let that dry and then I'll do the other two. Pete, it's going, I don't know if you saw my most recent layout update, but I had reworked the tracks at the lower industry set in the kind of where the curved incline is in that area. Well, actually, I can just move the camera and show you. It's gonna go here. Oop. Oh my gosh, can I not have the big bar in the way? There we go. Yeah, so it's gonna go right here. Put a first coat of, oh, what's that? Okay. So, the platform will be here, the building, and then the second platform, so it'll be like that. And then the second platform will be here. And we'll have like I'm gonna have like a parking lot here. And I think maybe a small building over that direction. Something like that. I don't know. I think it'll look cool. We'll see. It was originally supposed to go at the top, but then I decided against that. when I actually started looking at the buildings and feeling out where everything felt right to go, because with my other with my other layout, Chris was kind of like, and it's great. I'm super appreciative, but he was like, "Hey, this is where this is gonna go. I think this would look good here." He gave me some kits. I bought some kits, and he built them. So, and the thing about that is, I had so much track that I really didn't have a lot of room for buildings. Whereas with this, I tried not to put too much track so I could still have some scenery stuff. And because I don't really know how it works because I've never done buildings before, um, I was kind of like, okay, I'll just go on Walthers.com and sort by HO and kind of figure out what looks good. And that's what I did. And it worked okay. I kept in mind what kind of space I had. But when I got here, the building that I had for here and the building I had for over there, and they all rotated because this one I thought would look better up here. The one I have here looked better here instead of down where I'm putting this one. So it all kind of moved around, but I hope worked out or is going to work out in the end. So, I mean, that's the plan anyway. Okay, well, let's get back to it. So, yeah, so those aren't moving at least, so I can push both of these up. A little bit of overspray inside. That's okay. We'll let that tack in place for a minute. No, Pete, I've never heard of plasma mold. Is that like an alternative to foam or the sheets? What are they called? I even have some somewhere. Sheets you dip in water. Okay, so that's plaster sheets. That's what I was thinking about. Is that stuff to replace like plaster sheets? Is it for like building up the environment or the scenery? I mean, yeah. Oh, it's kind of neat. I'll have to check it out. I've never gotten that far, so I picked up some plaster sheets for like super cheap off Amazon, but I'm not dead set on using it. I used pink foam last time, and it was okay, but I don't have any foam right now, so it's kind of like, ooh, what do I do? All right. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I think that turned out all right. Definitely too shiny, but the dull coat will take care of that for sure. Nice. Yeah, they're in there enough. Decent. All right. Well, that looks good. Let's do the other side now. Oops. Yeah, see, Chris said that about spray foam as well, but I've got to be honest, I have never had good luck with spray foam. It goes everywhere. The straw gets clogged. The stuff burns your hands. I was doing some work outside cutting through the faucet under my roof, and I sprayed the holes with the spray foam. And maybe I'm using the straw, and that's not the strategy. Wait, the strategy? Oh God, I'm so sorry. But maybe that's not the strategy. Maybe that's not the strat. Maybe I should stay away from the straw. But I got it all over my hands because the straw clogged up, and then it like exploded and got everywhere, and it got on my coat and all over my hands, and it actually like burnt my hands. Like at first it was like, oh, it's fine. Then I'm like, oh, it's kind of tingly. And then I'm like, oh, it's kind of burning, and it left some marks that are much better now, but okay, that's the same thing. So push all of those up. I'm going to tack it at the bottom like I did, and then tack it on the top, because that seemed to work. I don't know why I have the straws one-time use. Yeah, no kidding. And wear gloves. Yeah. Pete, I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm not exactly a careful kind of guy. I know most of you know that. You should see, like, there's a reason why I don't build kits on stream, because when I'm cutting things with the knife, it usually includes my fingers or hands or something. It slips and I like slice my arm, or I was sharpening a kitchen knife like a couple of weeks ago, and I was a boneheaded. But what am I doing? I guess I'm gonna tack the top while I'm here. Okay, that's fine. And it slipped off because I was putting too much pressure off, and it like just into my hand. I'm like, oh, okay, great. They're probably, common sense things that I can do to not get myself in those positions, but I just want to remind everybody who's we're talking about here. It's melting the paint from the overspray, and I don't like that. Oh. Ugh. I know. It does melt that plastic together, which is both great and not so great. Wow, it's what I got. It works good, honestly. Oh, look at that. Let's do it. Yeah, Chris, I don't know. Chris, this stuff Chris uses. And I was like, Chris, I want to do my own kits this time. what should I get? And he like gave me like a list, like a big laundry list. He was like, well, you're gonna need paint, and you're gonna need glue, and you're gonna need all these tools. And I'm like, okay. All right. Let this dry. Make sure nothing falls out. Chris is so good like that. Hey James, he's so good like that. I know I'm making a lot of progress. I like when I got this first kit that typically goes right here up. I was like, whoa, it was the first time I had done my own kit, and you live with the layout. And I had done the stuff in the yard, and that looked great. And I didn't enjoy doing. Well, I did. I enjoy it looking back. It was frustrating, but I enjoyed it. And the same thing, I find the Walthers kits a lot less frustrating. And so they're much more enjoyable. There, that looks sick. Yeah, I like that. I think that turned out really good. That turned out really sharp. Yeah, thanks, Pete. Yeah, I think that looks good. So, I guess my next steps. I don't know where the instructions are. I know there's small details in here. Let's just check the instructions quickly. Oh yeah, so what I'm gonna have to do, I've got to paint the side supports that go under the covers and then put those on. I'll have to paint the overhangings. I guess there's a small strip that goes on top of the platform that I'm gonna have to look at painting. And then paint the. Oh yeah, and there's like clips that go up here I should paint. Yeah. Forgot about those. Okay, so I think what's gonna happen is we're going to paint. Spray this with dull coat. Or paint and stick on the top things, little covers. There's little covers that go on the top on both sides. Paint, glue those on, dull coat, glass behind the windowsills and doors. Figure out what I'm doing with the roof. Get the overhangs on and the platforms and stairs all. Because what I usually do is I usually rub this cement looking foundation with a little bit of black or brown just to darken it up. So I think I'll do that as well before I dull coat it. Yes. Okay. So not too bad. It won't be done today because I'll have to wait for all the paint to dry. But I wish I had an airbrush. Oh, you're right. You're right. I should put floors in the buildings. Where do you guys get your styrene? Is it do you just order off the internet with you get sheets and you just cut what you need? I know. It's just all I had was this heirloom white paint, and that's what color that is. And then I usually just darken it up. Dull coat just because it's a little shiny. I don't know. I might wait. Well, no, I can't wait because if I'm gonna put the glass in, then I have to do it. I don't know. I might not. Maybe. I don't know. But I think I'm going to, okay, in big sheets. Hobby shop. Okay, good. Mine came from Ottawa. Oh, sick. Okay. Well, that's easy then. But I think that I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. I'm not gonna bring you guys in while I paint, and I like to take my time, so I don't want to be off the camera and not talking to you guys for a while. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you, everybody. I know it was not a big audience today. It was kind of a pop up Third Rail Thursday. I canceled my week last week because I wasn't feeling well, and I thought that what a great way to still be able to stream while I work a little bit. So I hope everybody has a great Saturday, great Sunday, awesome weekend or time off. Thanks everybody for showing up. I know, James. Thank you for forgiving me. I appreciate it. I know everybody's so friendly and understanding, and everybody wished me to get better. So that was awesome. Really appreciated all that. Colin, thanks so much for stopping by, dude. Hope you have a good day today, tomorrow at work. Hopefully, it's not too busy or anything like that. Thanks everybody for stopping by. And until next time, enjoy your bacon.